Hey everybody, it's Sunrider and welcome back to Sunrider Liberation Day, the return chapter. Right when Nessie left off, Chigara was, well, she was making off with the blackjack. Pesky prototypes. The shields into the hangar to see the deck crew desperately trying to keep the blackjack from launching. They had somehow managed to attach a ceiling-mounted electromagnetic clamp onto one of the shoulder particle guns while a spare rifle jammed the launch rail. Shit, no, get back! The blackjack leaned down and fired its engine, sending the crew scattering in every direction. The hangar groaned as the ceiling superstructure holding the clamp slowly bent against the blackjack. A saga arrived in a buggy. Meep meep. Cat, we've got a situation. Okay, that's a funny middle image. No kidding. Come on, we've got to figure out a way to keep Chigara from escaping the ride. The ship's flat guns echoed up the hangar. The ship shook as a missile impacted, sending Shield to the floor. Shit, as if that wasn't enough, listen, the battle's begun. Steel groaned overhead. Shields looked up just in time to see the steel supports holding the clamp finally give out. Watch out! He dived on top of Asaga as steel and concrete rained down around them. Why exactly is concrete being used in a ship? Just a quick question. Luckily, the debris fell a short distance away, covering both of them in dust, but not causing any injuries. Finally loose, the blackjack hit its thrusters and flew across the hangar. No, it's getting away! At the last second, the Paladin stepped out of its maintenance bay and blocked the exit. Halt! Criminal scum, you violated the law. The blackjack stopped and drew its assault rifle. No! He grabbed Asaga by the elbow and sprinted for cover. The blackjack unleashed a torrent of bullets into the hangar, sending him shrapnel ricocheting up the hangar. An unlucky crewman took a brick-sized fragment with the shoulder, cleaving a foot-long opening down his chest. Instantly killing his body sprayed blood as it fell to the ground. Shield suppressed his nausea as shrapnel bounced all around him. Fool! The Paladin, unaffected by the small caliber fire thanks to armor, shot forward and collided with the blackjack. The two steel behemoths struggled against each other like two enormous sumo warriors. The blackjack opened its missile pods. Oh! Who? Ah! If it fires off its missiles in here, the whole ship's gonna blow. Just then, the Phoenix shot forth, katana drawn. Hurry up! The blackjack shot its reverse thrusters, narrowly avoiding getting cleaved in half. It spun its pulse gun into sword mode and activated its laser beam. Never thought I'd be fighting the blackjack in the ship's hangar. The blackjack hit its wing thrusters, boosting forward. The Phoenix nimbly moved out of the way, sending the blackjack crashing into a maintenance bay. Shields braced his head against the cacophony of collapsing steel. The blackjack turned around and swiped its laser beam, but the Phoenix once again proved too fast, spinning out of the way. Tuh. This place is too damn small, and I can't use my assault guns either. The Phoenix shot upwards, skimming against the ceiling and came down on a powerful helm crusher. The blackjack deflected the Phoenix's katana with its black iron blade. The Phoenix ducked as the blackjack's beam sword slashed laterally, cutting through another maintenance bay. Too slow. Its beam sword is still moving on its own momentum, and its black iron sword dug too heavy to raise in time. The Phoenix shot forward and deftly dug its sword into the blackjack's shoulder. Can't get enough momentum going on here. Not to mention its gravity is killing my speed. Shields grabbed a handheld microphone. Ikari, the missile pods! Crap. Just as Ikari realized the blackjack could destroy the entire ship at any moment, the blackjack tumbled to the floor. Shields held the Bianca approaching it, its grav gunner active. I've got this. Claude, pull the reactor out. Understood. Just then, Shields realized he made a huge mistake. Wait a minute. Entrust Claude with pulling out a highly explosive fusion reactor with a grav gun? Before Shields could retract his order, sparks flew from the back of the blackjack as his reactor was torn out. He squeezed his eyes shut and pressed himself flat on the floor, expecting the worst. Miraculously, when he slowly opened his eyes, the reactor was safe from the floor and everyone was still alive. Claude didn't fuck up. A miracle. The flight crew flooded the hangar to contend the situation. With a breath of relief, he ran towards the now deactivated blackjack as well. Alright everyone, don't open the cockpit until ship security arrives. Put the reactor to cold sleep. Sir! Is the blackjack alright? No, it's royally screwed. Looks like its arm's gonna have to be replaced with a spare, and it also needs a new reactor, but it's stuff we can't handle. Everyone else, you're needed outside, sorting and protect the ship. Copy. With most of the hangar destroyed, the remaining riders had no choice but to slowly file out the gate instead of using the linear rail. Meanwhile, the other Kato Shields is caught in the middle of another life or death struggle. 3 packed battleships approaching, torpedo lock detected. Shields looked at the tactical map. The bulk of the combined fleet was still tied up with the main packed fleet. Roughly 100 Alliance cruisers and 24 battleships were stationed to resupply line. More than half of them were already damaged the prior day and locked down for repairs or in the middle of resupply operations, meaning he was both hopelessly outnumbered and outgunned. Fire vengeful thrusters. The Sunrider shook as it descended, coming alongside a trio of Alliance cruisers. They won't be firing their main gun, but their flat guns should still be operational. Torpedoes incoming, 3 from above. The Sunrider's flat guns burst around the ship, lighting the blank void of space with a million explosions. Come on, come on. He exhaled on the flat guns and the cruisers activated, adding to the Sunrider's wall of fire. The nose of the forward torpedo fragmented as soon as it entered the flak shield, and spun wildly before getting pulled apart by the G-forces. One down. The second torpedo stubbornly continued through the vortex explosion, sprayed with the shrapnel, but still not losing structural integrity. Sweat poured down his shield's forehead. All he could do was pray. Finally, the torpedo gave way to the relentless assault of shrapnel, splintering into a million shreds. But Shield's luck had run out. The final torpedo survived the flak and headed on a direct course to Sunrider's tower. All hands brace for impact. Shields gripped the table as the bridge shook. Hit on Deck 1. Fires reported on Section 14. Loss of pressure at Section 15. No damage to core systems. The packed battleships were still too far away from the Sunrider to engage. Their missiles would be instantly shot down by flak, while their lasers were useless against the enemy shields. Where are our riders? The linear rail is inoperative. They're still attempting to sortie. Just then, the Phoenix shot out from the mouth of the ship. Sorry for being late, had to walk out. The rest of the riders flew out one by one. What about the Blackjack? It's screwed. Temporarily out of commission. Crews is trying to put it back together as quick as they can. Outnumbered and now lacking both the Liberty and the Blackjack. Shields raised his head for a strategy. Or racked. Maybe it was, I don't know, whatever. That made more sense. Strategies. Power surge detected from enemy battleships. Crimson beams of light shot from the battleships, burning the trails of fire across the hull of the Sunrider. Shields hung on as the bridge swayed. He heard the groaning of steel as the ship's structural latticework melted away. Without the Liberty's shields were toast. More lasers cut through the ship. A console burst, flinging a crewman to the ground with facial burns. Is this the end? Just in the space from the battleships distorted. A battle group of 50 packed fast cruisers emerged from warp. The daggers dropped down above the battleships and loose kinetic round after kinetic round as they dived towards the enemy's huge profile. The battleships attempted to return fire, but from the front, the fast cruisers were hardly larger than corvettes. The battleship's rounds shot past as fire rained down from above. Shields sighed a relief as the battleships fragmented from the relentless hailstorm of steel. My apologies for keeping you waiting, Shields. I'm just being fabulous. I never thought I'd actually be glad to see your face, Fontana. Now is not the time to jest. The situation is still dire. Without a moment's break, Ava returned to Shields. Captain, incoming enemy, it's the fuckwit. The nightmare ascended appeared before the Sunrider, its wings proudly outstretched. And a nice ring fucking halo around it, too. So you're the enemy leader I've heard so much about. Yes, it's the crazy one. Shields, I have no idea how you managed to intercept a spy or discover the sabotage done to Fontana's ships. Well, that will be meaningless if you and the Alliance ships, fleet are destroyed. All units, show the Sunrider, attack! I don't know what I'm doing, I'm delirious. The swarm's prototype units launched from the pack carriers. Contacts! Thank you. Ignore that. The Ascendant's wing flyers attached and darted towards the Sunrider. We'll hold the line here. The Phoenix opened fire and spread the flares of assault rounds, but they nimbly flew to the Phoenix's firing arc. Fast little buggers. 2 flyers circled around and shot 4 spears of light. The Phoenix fired off 2 of its wing thrusters, narrowly dodging the beams in a high G corkscrew. Providence awaits, and this is where she misses. Sol's right eye ignited as she awakened. The movement of the drone suddenly slowed to Sol's senses as if they were swimming underwater. Focusing on her target, she lined up a shot and fed the Seraphim's rifle power. A flash later, Sola's shot tore a hole into the drone's midsection before erupting into a fireball. Thanks! The other drone spun around and came to the Phoenix front of the pass, but this time Hikaru was prepared. She stepped on her foot pedals, feeding maximum energy to the engines. The Phoenix shot forward on an intercept vector for the drone. Hiya! With near-inhuman finesse, the Phoenix shot past the drone, katana drawn, and sliced it from front to end. The rear of Hikari's cockpit illuminated as the drone exploded behind her. 2 down. Before Hikari could celebrate, a dark shadow stretched across her rider. Shit! She spun out of the way seconds before the Ascendant descended upon the Phoenix and cleaved it apart with its great sword. That's one hell of a huge sword! Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. The Ascendant swaggered towards the Sunrider, sword raised above his head. You know it's a big sword, honey. Ikari barely managed to block the Ascendant's blade in time. Despite its titanic size, the Ascendant moved in the quick as a viper. Impressive. That thing has 3 reactor cores. Stamina. No matter how you look at it, I'm outmatched here. The Ascendant merely shoved the Phoenix out of the way. With another mighty downward strike, the Phoenix katana shattered into a million pieces. Shit. Ikari fired her wing thrusters in a panic, but her moment of carelessness allowed the drone to line up a shot. They beamed toward one of the Phoenix's wing thrusters, sending it spiraling out of control. Urgurgurg. Providence providing assistance. So the rain down shots. Alice. What the fuck am I seeing? Alice's eyes ignited blue as she awakened and deflected the bullets with two swings of the great sword. Impossible. The tip of the Ascendant's power gun glowed red as it let forth a scarlet lance, cutting the Seraphim's leg and slicing it apart as it parted its scanner dish. Solo, are you alright? Yes, but the Seraphim is no longer fit to fight. Returning to base. That happens a lot. But the Phoenix is out too, Captain. Without a sword, I can't do anything out of here. Yeah! I'll hold it back while you two escape. Don't do anything crazy while I'm gone, soldier boy. Of course. The Paladin banged its rifle against his shield and moved in to cover the two raiders' escapes. Its rear cannon is rotated forward and shot high density black iron towards the Ascendant. Useless. The Ascendant fired one of its knee thrusters, corkscrewing towards the Paladin. Tush! All the Paladin's missile pods opened, sending streams of smoke spiraling outwards. All of them, of course, missed because the Paladin has the accuracy of a fucking potato. The Ascendant nimbly dodged through the missiles which did impact, put nary a scratch in the Ancient Rider's frame. Hoo-yah! At that moment, the Bianca used the gravity gun to immobilize the Ascendant. Now! Thanks! The Paladin unloaded all of its munitions at the Ascendant at point-blank range. Smoke and fire enveloped the Ascendant as it received volley after volley of cannon fire, the cannon throbbing with each volley. A swarm of missiles and even a stream of assault rounds for good measure. It would seem too good to be true if the Ascendant went down so easily. Kreska's blood went cold as she sensed movement behind her. Don't fucking say shit like that in a life or death situation, you dumb fuck. Alice licked her lips as the Ascendant struck from the Paladin's blind spot. Somehow it had managed to escape from the Bianca's gravity while encircling right behind the Paladin. Arg! The Paladin barely deflected the Ascendant's sword with its ablative shield. The Paladin's entire arm bent from the strike, sending sparks flying from its joints. Say goodnight! Just as the Ascendant was about to deliver the coup de grace, a cross-guard of laser and steel blocked its sword from reaching the Paladin. Hee-yah! The so-called shot of Ryuvia. Sorry for being late. Had to fit the Liberty's reactor into the blackjack before it could move again. The Saga hit the reverse thrusters moments where the Ascendant overpowered its defenses. The blackjack whirled out of the way as the Ascendant fired its particle gun. The remaining drones spiraled towards the blackjack like hounds on the prey. In a flurry of pulse bolts, the Saga took 2 more of the drones out before ducking and weaving through a cobweb of lasers. Spinning in a wild dance, it shot a stream of particles from its shoulder guns, cutting through a third drone. The tip of the particle guns began to char black and rapidly overheat. Crap. The Liberty's reactor's feeding way more power than usual. Chigara must have modified it to generate a lot more energy to power her ECM suite. All the blackjack's movement felt jerky, like a wild bull. One false move would cause the blackjack to spiral out of control, or worse, cause the thruster to burst. But for some reason, Saga's face broke into a grin. This power, I like it. And with that, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.